watching In My Shoes, and I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Susan, and we are here today with a great business entrepreneur here locally in town. Let's welcome to the show Mr. Ron Crivoloni.
Thank you.
Hey, Ron.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
We're glad to have you.
Here.
Well, go ahead.
Tell us about
We both are so excited we want to talk
So
to
you're
you.
a transplant here to Sevierville, right?
Yes, I moved here about 9 years ago. I vacationed here for a few years and fell in love with the area. So I felt the mountains calling, so I heeded that call. So 9 years later.
That's me too. I came here in '99 for 1 year. And almost 20 years later, it's really one long year now. I just fell in love with it. The mountains have always just, I don't know, I've been drawn to them.
Well, I'm not going to tell what year I came because basically I was born here, and I'll be giving up a little more information I want to share.
That was 98.
98, yes, 98. In 98, I was born here, and love it here. Now, you said that you fell in love with the mountains. I think you fell in love with something else, didn't you?
Yes, I actually had the fortunate to also meet someone here too. So my wife now will be married 5 years next month.
Wow.
So.
Congratulations.
And she's also a transplant.
From?
She's originally from San Diego.
Wow.
Yeah.
California to Sevierville. Wow.
Well,
Okay.
you're from Illinois?
Yeah, right outside of Chicago in the suburbs.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you came here and you met her here. That's awesome. So do you start your business here as well?
I did. I had a successful company in the Chicago area for many years, and then when I knew that I was moving, I wasn't sure if I was going to continue the business. I had no clue how big weddings and events were here in this area.
Oh.
So when I came and moved here within a few months, I'm like, oh, okay. And that's when I decided, you know what, I'd like to still continue to do that. So that's why I started a business from scratch.
So tell us about your business.
It's a company called Smoky Mountain Sounds. I wanted to brand something that reflected the area. And the difference with this business is really getting involved with the community. You know, I didn't realize how big networking was out here, especially with the chambers and the different associations that you have. So one of the things that I did from the very beginning was just hit the ground and went to as many meetings as I could, met as many people, got my name out there, offered to be a part of different events and got involved with the charities, and that's what really helped get the ball rolling out here.
So that's very important. That's what we've told a lot of people. If you got a dream or a purpose, you got to work for it. You got to start somewhere and build up. And a lot of people don't understand. It involves networking. It involves getting out there. You can't sit home on the couch and say, I wished I was a movie star.
I wish I would have done that. I wish I could.
It ain't going to get you nowhere.
Exactly.
I mean, even if you start at the bottom level of something, like the creative theater here that has all the stuff going on.
Right.
Start there. Go in and set someone in a seat and watch what's going on around you. In the same way, you started your business basically from scratch down here.
I did, and so it was a matter of finding out, when are the different events, the 3 different chambers or associations, when are they having a meeting? And some of them are pretty, early in the morning, 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, you know what? If you want the business, you've got to go where people are going to be. So just through that and meeting people and getting involved and just waiting for that opportunity to prove yourself, to say, this is what I can do, give me the opportunity. And so I did that. And so initially, I did have a full-time job first few years of doing it, but 4 years ago I was able to leave that world and do this full-time. So thankful and many blessings later that, this is what I do for a living here. And no better backdrop than here in the Smoky Mountains.
Oh,
That's
no kidding.
true.
The most
People are so friendly here.
Now, I know you've done a lot of gigs and stuff, so what is one that sticks out in your mind as being like a crazy one?
Oh boy. I would have to say one of the ones that stick out on my mind here was it actually was an event that I did in Knoxville. They were a destination, so they came in from out of state, but her family was firefighters and his side was police officers.
Ooh, those don't mix well.
It mixed very well, and it was one of the few weddings I've seen where they actually ran out of alcohol. And that was very tough considering how much they brought in. But
Well, with the alcohol, it helped them to mix better.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And by the end of the night, when everything was said and done, the fact that people were standing was a testament to their, stamina. But I mean, you know, it was a fun crowd. There was no one that, even as much as they got liquored up, they did not get rude.
There's no fights.
There were no fights, and
No fires.
exactly,
Fires,
exactly.
nobody died.
Yeah. So I mean, that was a pretty wild event.
So now you told us earlier before we started the show that you was ordained also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about 3 or 4 years ago, I was hired to DJ a reception in one of the cabins, and the person who they'd hired was not only late, but when they got there, they had a really bad attitude about it, and so it just made for an interesting event. And you know, you get one of those feelings where calling, and more I got involved with events, and a couple other situations came up. I just felt more and more to become ordained, and so I did my research. I got ordained through National Association of Christian Ministers, and so I'm ordained in the state of Tennessee and North Carolina.
So now you can actually marry the people and DJ.
There you go.
There you
Yes.
go. Now, did you DJ your own wedding?
No, my wife would have shot me.
Yeah. Understandably so.
Luckily, by that time, I had built up some great resources, so a friend of mine out of Knoxville donated his services for us as part of a wedding gift.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, if someone wanted to get a hold of you for your services, how would they do it? You got a website?
I have a website, Smoky Mountain Sounds, and in the beginning it was just Smoky with an E, but since that time domain names have become available, so it's both spellings of Smoky Mountain Sounds.
All right. And a phone number?
865-712-1854 is my phone number, as well as I do have a Facebook page with Smoky Mountain Sounds. So I try and
EY
make
or Y?
EY.
EY, okay.
Okay.
Because I felt that was how you spelt Smoky.
See, that technically is how you spell it, but then you come here to East Tennessee and they just kind of forgot the E.
Exactly.
We got the
We
Smoky
drop
Mountains.
it.
We got the Smoky Mountains.
No, we just drop it. We don't need it. It's like my name is Rhonda. I don't need the H. I just dropped it.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
mean, that's the way it works,
It
right?
just it wasn't doing much, so
It was just standing there in my way.
yeah, yeah.
So, what is like a type of event if someone wanted you? Do you just do weddings?
No, weddings are. I mean, that's 80% of the business because we are a destination area for weddings. I mean,
Yeah, we're
ranked,
better than Las Vegas here, right?
Well, we're ranked third actually.
See?
Vegas is first, New York is second, and then
We need to get out of this town because we don't want to be involved in this wedding.
Right,
stuff.
yeah. That's
that's 80%. But I also do birthday parties, anniversaries. In fact, tomorrow I have a father-daughter dance that I'll be doing. I like that. That was in unison. That was priceless. But I also do offer, you know, karaoke services. We can also do trivia.
Now that's what we do.
Yeah,
Karaoke.
karaoke
We'll
we can do.
karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
And you said trivia? That's
We can do
cool.
trivia.
Oh, we do trivia.
Uh-huh.
We go to
We have
trivia.
a friend that does trivia, and we go to it, so that's cool.
Yeah,
That-
being that I've been in this business as long as I have, you kind of learn certain skill sets, you train, go to workshops. That way you can offer more to your clients.
Now, how long have you done this your entire life?
Pretty much.
Okay, so you kind of were born and raised in entertainment. So
Well, yeah, I've kind of got the bug at an early age. My mom actually worked for a recording studio in Chicago. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, I know you just said about your mom and stuff, but what really inspired you? I mean, just because my dad done one job, my mom did a different job, I mean, it inspired me to do that.
what inspired me was a company my mom worked for. I think I was 16, and she was invited to one of her coworkers' weddings. And she looked at me and said, "You're going to be my date." And I said, "Fine." So we went, and you know, disc jockeys were just coming into popularity. You know, people were having bands, and late 70s, early 80s, disc jockeys were coming into popularity. So it was a disc jockey, and just seeing how he interacted with the crowd, seeing how the crowd really responded to the music they were playing, I'm like, you get paid for this? Wow. So I grabbed a card, I met with him, interviewed with him, started working for him, and gradually that's how I got my feet wet into the business.
Wow. So you just went for it. You saw that's what you wanted to do, and you said, "I'm going to do that," and you had that initiative. That's why I tell so many young people these days, you got to have that initiative to go out and say, "Hey, here's what I want to do. Will you hire me, or can I learn from you?" Because
Exactly.
so many people nowadays just want it to be handed to them, and
Exactly.
And it's just you have to have that drive to say, "This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to work hard to make it happen."
The it's a neat thing to be your own boss, but then the flip side is paying the bills every month. So you know, networking, social media, constantly being out there, constantly building your resources with vendors that you work with, local vendors, DJs, you resource with everyone, because the more you build your network, the better that's going to help you and the other businesses.
Networking is so important.
It is.
Network, network, network. That's the
Social
three things that's
media.
important. Network, network, network.
Yes.
And this is such a small town, too. We all work together here. And it's like, you don't want to burn bridges here because we all are in the same boat together here. It's a small
Exactly.
town. Everybody knows everybody or knows of everybody. And,
Pretty
it's
much
just,
if you burn a bridge, you burn yourself here.
Exactly.
It
It's
is.
like,
I mean, to think that you have over 10 million people who visit because of Smoky Mountains, and then you have between 8 to 13,000 people that come here to get married. And if you think of the other activities that come into place that bring the people here, you wouldn't realize that by vacationing, but when you move here, you realize, okay, this is how it's been for many years, and if I want to be a part of that, then this is what's necessary.
Wow. Real quick before we run out of time.
Sure.
Tell us again the website and the phone number.
Sure. The phone number is 865-712-1854, and the website is SmokyMountainSounds.com.
And what is all the services that you offer?
We offer everything from live music, I can do bands, to event planning, so if someone's looking for a planner to help them. We can also do classical music, musicians, whether that be a violinist, harp, for ceremony music and different events. We can get them in touch with anything from photo booth to cake to flowers, photography. So there's...
So pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. It's so great to have you on the show. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching In My Shoes. I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Susan. And don't forget to climb that mountain and find that sunshine behind the clouds.
Bye.
Oh, hey! I was just getting caught up on the latest trends and news of the world. Did you know 80% of content that you watch is online or on your mobile device? Did you know a great new channel that's out right now is called Mountain Fun Life? And you can watch it right on your mobile device, or coming soon to Roku. Make sure to check out Mountain Fun Life on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the website, mountainfunlife.com. Hello, did you know that most of the stuff shot on Mountain Fun Life is shot right here in this very studio? And maybe you've wanted your own show before. I mean, how cool would it be to be in a studio like this one with your very own show? Just go to mountainfunlife.com for more information, and you can submit to have your own show, and you can be right here.
You make the sunshine. You seem to stop